y'all. Yeah, this is Shahida Isoprene again. How's my 2020 survivors? I hope everyone is doing well today and staying out the way. Yeah. So I'm not going to be on here long today, but I just wanted to come on here to remind everyone to please stay out the way as much as you possibly can. To stay covered up. And I'm going to go through it again. Stay covered up. Your nose, your mouth, your ears, your throat. And if you can get a visor, get a visor. And cover up. I know it's uncomfortable. Oh, no, I'm fine, y'all. I only had to sneeze, you know. I'm fine. But yeah, it's very serious. I just got a call from one of my sons who told me that one of his friends' aunt has passed away from the virus. And it's getting to be more and more people that you know or that you know of. I didn't know this young lady, but it was my son's friend's aunt. But my grandson had also had it, but he's fine now, thank you, Lord. My sister-in-law also had it, and she's fine now. So again, thank you, Lord. And I've known of a few other people that have had it. And it's getting to be so, I mean, the only places I go is to the markets, dollar store, Walmarts, or whatever. But I don't even really want to go there anymore. I said maybe I'll try it 2 more times and get as much as I need and don't go back out anymore until I really have to. I really ran out of whatever. But, and that's why I was trying so hard to get this freezer so I can continue to stack up on my meat so I won't have to go out as much. And I know people are talking about people that out there hurting toilet paper or hoarding and this and that. But you also got to look at the fact that people are running scared. This is the first time that a lot of us had to go through something like this. This is the first time that people that we know of has been dropping like this. It's bad enough that people are going, that our loved ones are going naturally. But at least we know this is going to happen. We're all going to go one day. But then we also got to deal with the violent deaths, the drive-by shootings and homicides and all this stuff. And now this comes into play. So we got a lot to deal with. People are leaving that we never expected was going to go so soon, or at least not go in the way that they're going, because like I said, everybody goes. We just not know the day or the hour. But this is something to deal with. And it makes some of us that are still here even more leery. So that's why people go out and try to get as much as they can. But I don't know. If you just go out from time to time, get what you need, I guess, and just come back in. And then they say that people are hurting toilet paper or hoarding or whatever. But that's one of the main things. Some things you probably could do without, but you can't do without the toilet paper. So, I don't know, we got to come to some kind of system. But it's good that they are limiting the items that you can get, because I imagine some people are getting carried away. So right now I'm drinking my tea, y'all. My lemon tea. And I just want us to take a moment of silence for the people that have lost loved ones in this pandemic. So let's bow our heads and take a moment of silence. So I just want to ask the Lord to keep us close, to keep us mindful of the situation and things that's going on out here in the world today. I just want us to come together more, because you never know when someone that you detest, or someone you claim you don't like for whatever reasons, and the color of their skin, the way they look, because of what they have or don't have, that same person may be the one to save your life one day. So we can't go around judging people and then be sorry the next day. We can't continue to be mad at family because we never know if we're going to see them again. You could walk out the door and the next minute you could be gone, never to be seen again. We got to learn how to love more. How can we profess that we love the Lord, but we don't love our neighbor? And our neighbor, consists of our neighbor and people in general. I know we're not perfect. And we'll say things like, I can't stand this person, I can't stand that person, yada, yada, yada. But don't mean it in your heart. Ask the Lord to forgive you and then try to do better about the way you think about this person. If the situation is so bad that you don't want to deal with this person, then just don't be around them. Clear yourself from them. If it's a family member, then you try to discuss it, you try to talk about it. Then if you can't come to no conclusion and it's causing big time problems, then you still love that person. You can love someone but don't like them. You can love a person but don't like their ways. So, and then you ask the Lord to forgive you for the way you feel about another person. We're never, never, never going to be perfect. But we can change a lot of our ways and the way we think and the way we feel about people. How we see homeless people out here in the street and people turn their head or talk about why they're homeless. They say things like they're on drugs. They're on drugs and or alcohol. They don't want to work. They're lazy. They just gave up. Okay, for some of those thoughts are true. Some people are homeless because they gave up. Some people are homeless because they're on drugs or alcohol. But there are many, many other reasons why people are homeless and sleeping in the street, and it's happening even more. Did you ever think about the fact that the rent is so high now compared to even if you work, how much you make? You don't have enough to pay rent, plus buy food, to buy your essentials, to get things for your kids and yourself, and to pay the water, the electric, the gas, the sewage. So many things, you don't make enough. Some people can't get help for various reasons, so they wind up in the street. What about the ones with their children that's sleeping out on the street? So I always say if I came into a good amount of money, that would be one of my first things, is to help the homeless in whichever way I can. That's why I love Chef Carmen. I don't see her on Facebook anymore, but I met her. She's out there doing big things. But she's the one that's does all this cooking for the homeless people. Oh my God, she puts out a good spread. And they come out to whatever area she may be in. They line up and she gives them all this good food. Fried chicken, mac and cheese, her homemade lemonade, collard greens, so much food. And it'd be so many people, so many homeless people. She gets many donations from her followers and other people. And what I truly love about her too is that she don't just collect the money and you don't know where it goes. You see what she does with it. She interviews some of those homeless people that she takes food to on an individual basis, that she sees to it that they get a night or more in a hotel. She gives them transportation money. So she does wonderful things for the homeless, and she will be blessed. She already is blessed. Trust me, she's already blessed. So I think a lot about the homeless people because I have feelings. I have feelings for people. And I'm also the type of person that puts myself in other people's predicaments or situations. Because I know that at the drop of a hat, I could become homeless, you know? How would I deal with it? I don't know. And that's something to think about if I became homeless. But I know it's possible. I thank God that it never happened to me and my children. And that I always had a roof over my head. And my mother. Maybe that's why I have so much feelings for people. Because my mother, she always helped people. She always made sure that someone had something to eat. Whether she would bring them into the house to feed them or she would take it to them. If someone needed a place to sleep, they would come in if she had to make a pattern on the floor, if they slept in the chair, sit on the couch, or whatever. And my uncle, my brother, he was the same way. He had this big house. And he would let a lot of the guys that didn't have a place or whatever, they would have a room. I don't know if they stayed there for free, if they paid them, whatever they did, you know, for the upkeep. But I remember him because he would always be putting on a big pot of beans so he could feed everybody. So back then, people would cook beans, pots of beans. And depending on how many people were in the house, it lasts for a couple of days. They would cook beans. They would cook big pots of greens and cabbage and make big pots of soup. Like you have your turkey, the leftovers. I learned how to do all that stuff. What don't throw away was the leftover turkey. Make turkey soup. And you got them kids in there and it's cold. Make that turkey soup. You gotta wean your kids on stuff like this. You gotta get them used to eating stuff like this, like that. And then they'll learn to love it and learn to appreciate it. You know, it's fine to get this microwave stuff sometimes when you know, you don't feel like cooking, especially if it's your mother that works out. Maybe the day where I don't feel like cooking, so I'll pop this in the microwave or in the oven. Or as a Saturday treat, they get a little microwave or a little fruit, a little snack with it or something. Or you could just cook a meal that'll last for a couple of days and, you know, freeze it. So, I don't know, y'all. I'm just saying that, and I know a lot of times I'll be talking around about and be talking about this and jump to that, and it's just so much I think about And I guess I just want to get it off when I'm on camera. But again, this situation is not safe, not going nowhere no time soon. And it's easy to slip up if you're not careful. Because even I remind you, every time I do a video, I remind my people to stay covered up, do this, do that. And it happened to me, like I said in one of my videos, when I was visiting my daughter. And we went to go into the gas station, and all of a sudden she said, "Mom, you forgot your mask." And I said, "Wow." Just like that, I did. I never, ever, ever forgot it before. Never forgot my mask, gloves, or any of it. Even sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes during the summer months, I had my neck wrapped up. I can't afford to catch this stuff because I have too much going on with me, so. And I just thank God that I can deal with staying in the house. I also believe that He sent this YouTube to me at the right time, because this gives me something to do, and not just something to do, but something I enjoy doing it. I just want to put out certain information that I hope will help someone if they can just hear a few things of what I'm talking about. I'm talking about domestic violence or child molestation. When I talk about people that are being catfished, I know I go through so many topics, so many things. And that's why I just want to get some comments on here. So you can tell me how I'm doing. If I'm not doing that well, I already know about, my setup and, what can I say? My videos are not coming out that well, but for now, just listen to what I'm saying. Don't worry about how I look. Don't worry about how I look. And by the way, y'all like my new hair? See? Don't like my new hair. So this is one of the things that they sent me that I wasn't ready to get yet, but I was going to order it anyway. So I just let it go. And by the way, if I didn't tell you, this, and along with my iPod, which I'm using now, and I love it, it came finally on Saturday. So now I got to wait for my card to come back to see what they did about my money, rest of my money. So I just wanted to come on here and say that, this thing is so serious. And it's not something we can see or, I don't know what to say, but it's not something we can see. It's just something that's just happening. And as I'm out here going to the markets and dollar stores and Walmarts and all these things, and the lines are still where you're supposed to stay 6 feet away, but people aren't really paying attention to that anymore. There's not as many people with their mask on anymore. And even the people that have their mask on, they still tend to get too close to you. They still get up close to you as they usually did. So, like I said, I just believe that the Lord sent this YouTube, as far as me doing YouTube, at the right time, because I've always watched YouTube. And I watched it for quite some time before I decided to do it. But like I said in one of my videos, I just woke up one morning and something said do it. So here I am, y'all, like it or not. And it's not perfect now. But one day I'll be able to get around and get more help with this stuff. But right now, as y'all know, that's not possible. So I just want to entertain y'all in some way that I can. For now, I just showed my fingernails. I didn't mean to do that because my polish is coming off. Because every time I use a hand sanitizer, it's been coming off more and more. So I'm about to just take it all off and not do anymore until I can get to a nail shop one day. No time soon, y'all. But I think I'm going to just take it off because I don't mean to be showing these raggedy nails on camera. But I guess in the end, I'll probably just have to start this channel all over again when things get better. I don't know. But for now, I'm just having fun. I'm hoping someone's out there looking and listening to me, and I'm just trying to find my way in this YouTube world. And one day, by the grace of God, it will get better. But right now, as I said before, I'm doing it by myself. Most of the time, I got the phone in one hand and doing something with the other. But I may not have to do it like that all the time now because I got my, you know what I'm trying to say, tripod. I got my, matter of fact, I have 3 of them now. So I'm becoming more and more professional, y'all. I got 3, and I want to get a ring light, but then that's another story. See, I told y'all how I just rambled off. But the main purpose for me being on here right now is because, like I said, I just want everybody to be more careful. Just get what you have to get and get back in the house. Don't be out there unnecessarily. There's so many things that you could do at home. You got to be creative. Don't let the stress get to you. You wipe that out. Wipe it out. Hold on, y'all. Okay, y'all. So, let's wipe that out. Pray, and the Lord will lead you. You got to pray. You got to talk to him. You got to tell him what you need. He already knows what you need, and he knows what you want. But you got to tell him. You got to talk to him, you might can't go to church now and all, but you can still talk to him. You can still pray. Most people can stream their church online. You can read your Bible. There's so many ways to stay connected with the Lord. He got his hand on us, and it's not going to last forever. But we got to be strong, and we got to believe. We got to believe in our higher power. And I know that's the only thing that's keeping me going. I'm surprised at myself that I'm not more stressed out. When I had the little deal with Amazon, yes, I'm human. I did get a little upset, and that's why I talked about it on camera. But I already knew how I was going to deal with it. I didn't been out of shape. I didn't call them up and be loud and cuss them out and all that like some people would do. Why? That only makes things worse. And things are going to happen. But as long as you can straighten it out, as long as you can get it straightened out, you don't need all that other stuff, all that fussing and screaming and hollering and cussing, and things can be settled in a better way. You know what I'm saying? And we can have a life for another day if we just follow the rules. Because I can never understand why people are out here fighting and hitting people and cursing out people only because you ask them to put on a mask. I guess maybe some people think that you're trying to tell them what to do, or I don't know. I don't want to put my hands up here with these nails, so, you can still see them. I don't know what it is. Some people are so used to having things their way and doing things their way that nobody can tell them nothing. I guess we know one person is like that. Nobody can tell them nothing when we're only trying to keep them safe as well as yourself safe. But people don't, they don't want to hear it. Some people's not used to change, so they don't know how to handle change. And they don't want to be changed. So you got to protect you. I mean, I see certain people out here that I know still running around and walking around and driving around, just doing the same things they've been always doing, dealing with all these different people. No mask on unless they're going somewhere that they have to have a mask on, otherwise they don't wear one. They don't keep their hands covered. So I don't want to deal with all this. I want to be here, y'all, as long as I can. And then some. I want to be here so I continue to tell people to be safe, and they hopefully can tell me the same thing. We all got to be partners in this thing. You know? Only we can tell certain people don't pay you no mind, so what can you do? At least you tell them. You know, at least you remind them. But I just wanted to come on here today to say again, just be careful out here. You know, keep your eyes, your mouth, your nose. Well, when I say your eyes, you know, you wear glasses or visor or whatever. Just can't keep your whole face covered up because we got to see where we're going. So you just can't be stressed out about this. And I can't keep showing my hand because I don't like it when my nail polish keeps running off like this. So I get off this camera now I can press at this because every time I use a hand sanitizer, it comes off. And it's probably because right now I'm just using the dollar store polish right now. For now, until I can get out to go to a nail shop. Guess that's the mystery of this whole thing, because we don't know when it's going to end. So, until then, be mindful, be careful, be prayed up, stay out the way, stay 6 feet apart. If I find myself, if people get too close to me, I'll move back more. I'll move back. I'm not going to say, well, oh, could you please move up or whatever. I'm just going to be the one. I'll just move. I'll be the better person. I'll just, move away. So I'm about to take an inventory of the stuff that I already have versus the stuff that I really, really need. And I think I'm just get that stuff, stack it up, and then I'll keep a count of stuff I'm running out. And then I won't even go as near as much. And I have other things to do in this house because I'm doing my videos now, even though they're not the best, but I'm doing them. I'm beginning to write down different parts of my life story. I'm not saying I'm writing a book, y'all, but I'm beginning to write down, stories of my life. I want to see how far I get with it. It's something I always wanted to do, but never did it. But I don't know how that's going to turn out, so I'm not going to promise you I'm writing a book, but I'm just writing. I said, use up as much time as I can now. So when all of this is over, I'll be able to go out and dance and be free. I'll be able to party. No. But anyway, I just want to say, I'm not going to hold y'all on here. I just wanted to remind y'all again. Please stay safe no matter how stressful it is. And in the meantime, just think of ways to be, to get through this. To find ways to get through this. Instead of sitting around feeling sad and thinking about what you can't do and, think about what you can do. And if you have other people in the home, think about what you can do as a family. Maybe you can get together more often and have a group conversation. You know, everybody just stays to themselves in their room with their laptops and their phones and playing their games, and then one person's here, another one's there. But now, pick a certain night where you can all get together, have family night, talk about different things that may be on your mind. Maybe you could get in the kitchen and cook a meal together. Teach your kids a little bit more about how to cook and how to bake cookies. Play some games. Find out what their interests in life are. You know, just be creative. Find ways to get through this and still be happy. You know, still be happy. Because when you're sad all the time, when you're sad all the time, a lot of times that brings problems on that you don't even know you have. When you're sad all the time, you have no hope for the future. You know, you have no hope for anything. You're just sitting around feeling sorry for yourself. That's not going to do any good, because while you're sitting around feeling sorry for yourself, the world is still revolving. People are still passing you by doing things that they want to do. No one's really going to feel sorry for you. They may for a minute or two, but they can't just stop and feel sorry for you because they got too much going on for them, you know? So, I just say, look at the world around us and see what we can do for another versus always thinking about ourselves. So, y'all, with that being said, again, I want to just say, stay covered up. Stay out the way. Stay mindful of what's going on. Stay 6 feet apart. Make things happen in the home, whether if it's you by yourself or if there's other people in the house. Don't sit around gloomy. Don't sit around there angry. Don't be fussing, arguing, and fighting because of what's going on and you're upset because you can't get out and do this and that. Make positive things happen in your home. And with that being said, I just want to say, I love y'all. Even though I don't know y'all, I love you because you're people like me. You are a person. I'm a person. We all are people. And we are all in this together. And we are all God's children. So with that being said, I just want to tell y'all to like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell so you'll be notified of another video. Now with that being said, before I say more, I just want to say I love y'all.